Every golfer at some point hits a slump in their game. These are 6 golf courses all over Massachusetts that can help you get out of your slump, shoot a good score, and feel good about yourself. I'm Sean Melia, founder of Bay State Golf. I've played 142 different golf courses in Massachusetts since 2020. I'm trying to play every course in the state. Just before we dive in, a quick request, plea to just subscribe to this video. Give it a like if you are enjoying watching these, and that always helps just grow the channel a little bit and get more eyeballs on what I am doing here at Bay State Golf. Much appreciated. You can also check out my newsletter at baystategolf.beehive.com. I send out a free newsletter every Friday. I also have a paid subscription if you want to support my work and help me travel around the state to play different golf courses. That is one way that you can absolutely help out. These 6 golf courses are not easy per se. They just offer an opportunity to unlock some strategy, ways to get around the golf course. They are not beginner golf courses, but they do offer enough challenge that can leave you feeling pretty accomplished. If you play them a couple times, maybe over the span of a week or two, you could unlock how to get off tees, how to approach each hole, and shoot a good number, feeling ready to go and play another golf course. The first golf course on this list is Wayland Country Club in Wayland, Massachusetts. It's almost completely flat. It's relatively short. The challenge comes in the narrowness and some of the tree-lined holes. But overall, it's a course with drivable par 4s, short par 5s, manageable par 3s. The 8th hole might be the toughest par 3 of the bunch just because you're kind of hitting to a peninsula type green with some water in the front. The green's raised up. It's easy to play with one golf ball, and it's a nice easy walk if you are someone who likes to walk a golf course. It starts off with a pretty straightforward par 5 that is really a driver, and then maybe a mid-iron to long iron into the green. So birdie opportunity right off the bat. Just a straightforward golf course. Greens are relatively small, but they're also relatively flat, and they're not too penal around them. So if you can hit greens, you could possibly make a lot of putts. A great golf course to go play a couple times to get your groove back on the golf course. Hillview in North Reading, Massachusetts is the second golf course on this list, in no particular order really. Hillview is a front nine, has a front nine that's relatively open, pretty flat, has a par 5 as the first hole, has a par 5 8th hole, and then that's it for the par 5s. So you're gonna wanna, take advantage of those 2 holes if you can. Overall, it's very straightforward, especially on the front. The back 9 is a shorter set of holes, no par 5s, 3 par 3s, 6 par 4s, and just a good opportunity to hit irons off of tees. You can hit driver in a few spots, keep your ball on a string. It's kind of typical New England golf in that way. Like most of these golf courses, you don't find a lot of public golf courses that are kind of open and expansive. You're going to have some trees somewhere along the way where you're going to have to keep it pretty straight off the tee or into some greens. The greens roll well. They are relatively challenging, more challenging than Wayland's, but they're a little bit bigger, so you can hit a bunch of greens. If you can make some 2 putts, you can steal a couple birdies over the course of the day. And Hillview is another really good golf course to go and play a few times and just kind of settle into a groove and get out of your slump if you're feeling like your game needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. All right, we've been to the Metro West in Wayland, a little bit north of the city in Hillview. Let's go farther north, and I want to talk about Wenham Country Club in Wenham, Mass. This is a par 65. So, posting scores in some of these, you might have a hard time dragging your handicap down because the slope and the rating aren't super high. At par 65, you're going to want to shoot a good score. But there are good scores to be had at Wenham. The opening 9 is short. It's open. It has some hills. There are some tricky tee shots, especially the 8th hole, big old dog leg that you can get yourself into some trouble. The 10th hole is a challenging par 3 as well. Those would probably be the holes that could maybe get in the way of a good score. But once you get to the back 9, it's kind of rolling hills. The 11th is a gettable par 5, which I think is always key for just, maybe making a birdie or two and feeling good about yourself. So Wenham Country Club, par 65, some small greens, so you're gonna be able to work on some of your accuracy as well, but they're not too sloped, they're not too challenging once you get on them. Usually in pretty good shape too, puttable, which is important to kind of feeling good about your game. I'm not trying to send you to golf courses where the greens aren't going to be great or it's going to be wet and soggy over the course of the year, or just kind of not interesting either. So that's one of the prerequisites for this list, is just a golf course that's going to be interesting, going to tap into some of what makes a golf course good. And Wenham Country Club does have those. The rolling hills of the back nine is really good and highly underrated, I think, just as a set of 9 holes. So Wenham Country Club, you can go break 70 and feel really good about yourself if you want, or go break 75 or 80, shoot a good score for whatever that means for you, and feel good about maybe going down the road and playing a Beverly Golf and Tennis in neighboring Beverly. So Wenham Country Club, another good one to go and to check out. Let's head south of the city to Marshfield, Mass. and Green Harbor Golf Course. It's a flat golf course that offers a lot of chances to spray the ball a little bit more than some of the other ones. It's got a back-to-back par 5s on the back 9. It does have a couple tough par 3s on the back as well. But overall, a golf course that is gettable, walkable. If you are comfortable kind of hitting driver in a lot of spots, you can take advantage of some of the length of some of the holes. It is a golf course that if you see it a couple times, you can really figure out how to get around it, hit some shots, make some birdies, and have a good day. I talked to Mike Bird. He's been on my podcast. He is one of the superintendents there, the assistant superintendent, and he's just talked about they've taken down a lot of trees, tried to make the course a little bit more playable. The greens are big, they're relatively flat, some cool ones in there. I particularly like the 12th hole, which is a somewhat reachable par 5 with 2 good shots. The 10th hole is one that you'd want to know what to hit off the tee. Big dog leg. It's kind of a 5-iron shot, maybe 4-iron 3-wood off the tee, just to play it safe, working around the driving range that is there as well. So Green Harbor, another good spot to check out. Open most of the year, worth maybe seeing early in the spring, and just getting a sense of where your game is and feeling good about what is next for you down in the South Shore, if that's where you play your golf. All right, let's head to Bass River in Yarmouth on the Cape at Donald Ross Public Golf Course, 18 holes. Finisher is on the water. A golf course that some people call a bit of a shooting gallery because it is so open and there are not a lot of trees separating some of these holes. So you can end up with golf balls on your fairway. You can end up hitting shots onto other fairways. There's just a lot of action going on, especially in the middle part of the golf course. But overall, it's a course that you can certainly get it going on. There are a few holes that get a little bit tricky on the front, kind of down in the corner of the golf course, 6, 7, 8 in particular. But again, if you are down there and you have a chance to play it maybe 2 or 3 times and figure out your way around it, absolutely a place you can go and shoot a low score. I also just love Bass River's vibe in general, like super simple clubhouse. Putting green is right on the Bass River. 17 and 18 are on the water. 18 finishes a par 3, which, isn't my favorite thing, but the setting is probably one of the better settings of a closing hole in the state, even though it's a par 3 finisher. But Bass River overall is a spot with some, again, par 5s that you can score on, some short par 4s. Par 3s aren't too daunting and too challenging. And you can also, this is one of those places, if you spray it off the tee a little bit, you're not going to get penalized for the most part, because there are a lot of spots for your ball to land and still get a look at the greens. The greens aren't, typical super fast, super slopey Donald Ross greens. So they are greens you can putt and make some putts on, or 2-putt and make your pars. So Bass River down on the Cape, if you're down there in the summer, even in any time of the year they're open, worthwhile checking out Bass River if you are looking to improve or just feel better about your golf game before you go and play somewhere else, like a Cranberry Valley or a Bayberry Hills down in that neck of the woods on the Cape. And finally, let's go all the way out to Western Mass. I know this is a spot in the state that doesn't get as much love or attention. I have played some golf out there, trying to get out there a little bit more this year so I can have some more Western Mass videos and talk about those golf courses out there. I played the Ledges last year in the Mass Pub Links. I played horrible golf. Kind of was dealing with an injury, hadn't played a bunch, and just didn't bring my A game. But it's a golf course that as I was going around it and as I drove home, sadly, the 2 hours back to Boston, I kind of replayed the round in my head and thought, man, this is definitely a golf course that if it was your regular spot, if it was a place I could go play again, I was itching to see it and play it again. So much so that I would love to go back and actually play it and get some more video and photos. I didn't take a lot while I was playing the competitive round. Although shooting at 87, you'd think I was only taking photos and not paying attention to any of the golf shots I hit. And I know that shooting at 87 kind of goes directly against what this video is about. But competitive golf is a different beast than if you're going and just trying to get your game back or feel good about your game. I showed up without a golf game that Monday morning on the 10th tee where I teed off. What makes the Ledges a place that I put on this list is there are some spots that you can absolutely, you can hit greens, especially on the back. There are 2 back-to-back par 4s that are short. You can play them super safe. You can try to, if you're feeling like you're hitting the ball well, they're kind of at the end of the round if you tee off on the first hole. So you can, if you're hitting your driver good, you can go and let it rip up there, hit 3-wood up by the green, see if you can make a birdie. The fourth hole is one of the funkiest par 4s I think I've ever played. It is straight over water. You can play out to the right. You can hit a 3-wood or a driver kind of in line with the green or just right of the green, get it up there. So a bunch of gettable par 4s. Not a lot of par 5s that you can really get at, but there's nothing kind of crazy going on out there. No cross hazards, nowhere where your ball can end up just kind of like tumbling into some funny spots. A lot of dog legs where you do have to have a sense of how far you want to hit it because they cut pretty hard to the left or to the right. So having a sense of how far you hit your long irons is probably one thing that you're just going to want to bring with you to the golf course if you play it. But it's an incredible value out there. It's a championship golf course. Hosted a mass golf event last year, and so it measures up in that way. But if you want to go and play it a few times and get in a groove, I think the Ledges is definitely a place you can do it. The best players in the pub links shot under par. Joey Linane won by a million shots, and I think he shot 64, if I remember correctly, in that first round, and made a bunch of eagles. And obviously, he's a Division I golfer, a very good player. But the Ledges, just in general, a really good value, a really good test. If you live out in central Western Mass, or if you're from Eastern Mass and you are kind of heading out west to play some golf, go check out the Ledges. It's a good track. It's a place you can get your game back. Just don't look at the score that I shot last year and use that as the barometer. I really liked it, and I'm really looking forward to getting back and playing it in a non-competitive golf round. So that's it. That's 6 golf courses that you can absolutely check out almost right now. We are in the middle of March and heading towards the end of March. Golf courses are opening. Scoring season isn't unlocked yet up here, so you can go and just hit a golf ball, maybe hit 18 cups and try to shoot a score before you have to start posting scores if you are someone with a handicap. But that doesn't happen until, I believe, April 1st, maybe April 15th. Don't know off the top of my head. But right now, these 6 golf courses are really, really good ones. What are some golf courses that you like to go play to start to feel good about your golf game if you're feeling a little bit down and you need a slump buster to go and just bring your confidence back up so you're ready to go play somewhere else, or you're just ready to go and play golf and have a little bit more fun doing it. So I'd love to know if you drop them in the comments. That would be great. And also, if you have any ideas for videos, if you have anything you want me to do, please also share those in the comments. Always looking for ideas and stuff. Obviously, the season is just kicking up now, so we'll have some more stuff from the golf course and golf courses that I'm playing and going back through the month in review and all that stuff. But if you've got something you want me to talk about, a video you're looking for that doesn't exist anywhere else, let me know, and I will do my best to deliver for you. And thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next time.